I'm not sure which of these decks we're going into, but we're getting these Hanson Roberts out. That's interesting. Okay. Start with the archetypes. Why is this crowding me? Not start with the archetypes. Start with this. Okay. I'm getting a loss of land. This says deposed of title. This is a loss of land. Loss of land. This is somebody that had the land freely now has to be working for somebody else. It feels swindled. It feels like Ireland. That's a trip. Okay, we want to go this way. It feels like when England tried to take Ireland. Why am I getting that? Because here you are, like, you're having to work something that was yours before, and this is coming through saying work or slave or enslavement or POW, but it feels like now the land owns you instead of you owning what was freely yours. Wow, this is like really just, it ticks you off and hurts your heart because it was totally yours. It was your mother's land. The mystic will come in later, it always does. It was the only gift that your mother could give you. It was your mother's land. I don't think your family had a whole hell of a lot. I think her family had some land and she had her piece of the land. And it was what she gave you, but it came at cost to have it. Somebody else came in and took it. It feels like they swindled. Swindled. What was supposed to be yours. Starborn in the river. This is yours. You would have had a clear view of the night sky. You would have had a clear view of everything in the fields around you. There would have been a river nearby running through it. This is as Irish as it can get to me. I don't know why it's that, but it is. I don't have to know why. I'm telling you what it is. This feels more northern than southern Ireland, and I don't know a damn thing. I've never been to Ireland. This is coming through as the map. What? Very strange. Okay, if this is the whole, if this egg here is the whole stupid island, I'm sorry, not stupid, but if it's the whole island of Ireland, you're up in here. You're up in here. You're in what would be, if this is south, this would be the north. I think you're somewhere in the north, perhaps on the more eastern side, or that's what it feels like. I don't know what that's about. That's just really wild, but that's what I'm getting, so okay. There we are. There we're going. The mystic will come in later. The sacrifice to try and keep this land was big. It's like you worked for somebody. It does feel like you worked for somebody that came in and bought the land, acted like they were the landlord, and then charged you for the very privilege of being there. How ridiculous. But that feels like that's what happened. Let's see what's going on with the family dynamic. Bricks. Building walls. This is something that was in your family. There's walls. I don't know if you built walls in farm fields. I don't know if you actually laid brick and mortar for homes, but bricks. Building walls. What the hell? Building, doing the craft. The emperor comes intruding in. Rude. You have the skill. It feels like somebody got your inheritance. These cards are so noisy right now. Oh, your poor little young heart was broken. Your identity got shifted big time because you got ripped off, babe. I'm so sorry. I think in this time period you were a boy, a man, in the male variety, so to speak. You were not you were no dum-dum on this at all. You were a smart cookie and you would foil things. This Seven of Swords comes in as a foiler, as somebody that's foiling battles, that's moving things. Are you bricking things in walls? Are you stealing and bricking things in walls? Yes, you are. Yeah. You don't like these intruders here? You'll go on, I don't know if I would call them raid parties, but I have no better word yet. But you're going to you go and take whatever it is. You might take treasures, you might take trinkets, or you might literally take some of their weapons and you hide them, you bury them in a wall, in the very boundaries that they want to do. There's walls that have things that are built or buried under them, and this is by your hand and a few friends. Again, behind the wall, you know the lay of the land. This is your country. This is your map. This is what you have. This is your green space. This is not theirs to be in. You don't like these intruders, not one bit. They've thrown you out in the cold. This is so cuckoo. No wonder. You feel a little beat up. This doesn't come through as mirthful at all. Somebody trying to swindle again comes through with this one. Like the pompous lord. Paper lord is what I'm getting. Paper titles. They're intruders. They're intruders coming through. Intruders coming through. I think your mother dies, and that's all she could leave you is this land. And when she dies, she's laid to rest, but you don't leave this land. You don't leave this land. It's your land. You'll be there regardless. Your connection to the land is strong, huge strong. So you squirrel away. You squirrel and you squirrel and you squirrel. It's like in modern times, the person that would bury shit in their backyard. That was you. That was how you operated. Except for you buried other people's shit. You would go swipe their stuff. You grieve over the loss of your land by the river, so you build your own things where you can have this. You don't think they're going to be there forever. You don't think so. You'll know where you left your treasures, you think. There's hope for a different day, hope for a different time. Again, the star, again, the land. This is supposed to be yours, period, point blank. This is your wife. Put this aside. Put it in there. What else are we seeing? This is your wife. Again, here she is, wedding card. That's your wife. She comes through, she understands. This one is like a hunter. You guys are an interesting couple. What's coming through is you build the walls, you put the treasures in the walls, you bury the treasure. You like to bury shit in the walls or have it for later. You know that these invaders are not going to be there forever. You know this. Your wife's a hunter. She'll make a rabbit stew into the best, like we'd feel like it was Thanksgiving. She's a hunter. She's a hunter, and she knows how to make hearth and home really good, but she also knows how to hunt things. She's very, very skilled. Skilled with a knife, skilled with a sword, probably skilled with a bow. Skilled with a knife. Very skilled with a knife. Wow. I'm telling you, she's a hunter, and she is lethally skilled with a knife. She doesn't have that in her nature to be lethal, but she is that skilled. Wow. Why are these so noisy all the time? These are coming in about the bricks again. You're going to defend what is yours. It is yours, it is yours, it is yours. It will not be taken. It's yours by right. You will defend that. You will make it so burdensome for them to be there. There's somebody's home that you're asked to help build, help create. They know you're a good builder. You put flooding in their home. You're not sure whether to do it, but you decide to do it. You strategically put flooding in their home, which what I'm getting is you would put bricks, but the mortar would have places where there were gaps that it would create flooding or issue or problem. You did a shit job on purpose to vex these people, to have them feel the chill of winter really much strongly. Again, the bricks. Bricks, bricks, bricks. Yeah. You kind of measured this out and thought, okay, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? And you thought, I'm going to do this to get back at that paper lord. Yeah. You guys got your own justice. Did you get your land back? Ultimately, did you get the land back? Wild. Yes? It feels like there was a celebration near the time of what would be Easter or whatever the Easter was called back then. You knew this. I think your mother told you never leave this land because if you leave this land, it's lost. That feels exactly what, never leave this land. If you leave this land, it's lost. The mystic was your mother. She was the one that gave you the land, said it was yours by right, said you would have it, there would be a sacrifice for a while. All these invaders come in, but you don't doubt what she said. You would have it, it was yours by right. She knew that you would have to go through a painful period of time without this land. I don't know how long it was. The fates would shift and it would be yours again. It's why, it's why you need to bury the shit in the walls, because you never planned on leaving it and you'd always know where it was. You would know which bricks, you would know what mortar or what thing that you set up. You would know exactly what you had. It was like your bank. The bricks in the walls in some of the places, be it the walls of the home or however it was, you use those like to create your own vaults, your own secret hidey spaces, to bury your own treasure. I mean, this was your vengeance on this one that wasn't so kind. It was how you did it. It's how you wielded the blade in an even way on an uneven battlefield for a time when people were trying to take your land from under you. It's what you did. You would steal their shit, or steal things of value, or steal things of value that like were metals or whatever it was that was something valuable that you could kind of squirrel away and people would think they lost or they don't know where that thing went. You had to live poor for a few years, but you guys did get the land back. And she's no dummy. Your wife's coming in as the Empress here, but she's also coming in with multiple stars. She's fucking brilliant at what she does. Whatever she does, whatever she hunts, whatever she does, she can provide food for many people, not just for you and she, but she knows what to do. Again, she comes through wielding the sword, wielding like this. Skilled with the knife, skilled with the hunt. She knows what to do. Yeah, this is like, you guys had the keys and the access in a time when you weren't supposed to, and because you didn't leave, but you weren't real troublemakers, you guys flew under the radar in a good way. You got the keys back, and it was your land, and you made a big announcement about it. Yeah, you held your land. You held your land. Here comes again. Holding on, holding on. Yeah. Emotionally happy, emotionally fulfilling. Again, you could look for towers. You could look for cairns. You would have, like, this would be like something that you might see. This is the tower with this weird twisted tree, and you would know the tower by the twisted tree. You would know exactly which bricks, how low or high you put different treasures in things. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Anything else? What about the kids? How many kids did you guys have? Or did you have kids? Shouldn't just assume. You wanted enough for the kids. You didn't want them out in the cold. You didn't want to have a plethora of kids because you knew the hardship that you had just gone through and survived. I don't get that you had a plethora. I think you had 2, maybe 3. You had 3, and you did it intentionally so. And 3 was a good amount. I don't think that there was a problem with the kids surviving. I don't think there was a problem with how the pregnancies went. I think she was on the ball, knew what her body needed, knew what nourishing she needed, and she'd just go, if she needed a rabbit, she'd have the damn rabbit. She was a hard worker. She worked just as hard as you did. But you guys knew you needed safety and security for Hearth and Home because it got ripped out from under you. And you wouldn't have it bound in the wrong way. You were moderate in what you chose to do. Yeah. I'm getting 3 kids, and I'm getting that this is just the biggest crack up ever. Again, the biggest crack up ever. Because you squirreled away what people would think, okay, that's not really much, but you had enough to take care of your family when the intruders left, and they did leave. I don't know how long this lasted, but they did leave. It came to an end. It feels like it was just shy of a decade. The other side of the decade. That's what I'm getting. That's complete. That's the end of the story. That's where it goes. But it's just shy of the decade. It was your land. And again, the towers. Something about the base of the towers, on the outside of the towers, there were certain stones that would be marked that you would put at the base of the towers, certain buildings of significance that were stone, certain areas of walls that might be like a higher section that would be on the perimeter of things. You're a little bit of a nut in this life, but that's what you did. Yeah, that's what I got. That's complete. Holy smokes. Like, you have a whole lot of squirrel energy going on in here. Crafty and clever like a fox, but storing up for the future like a squirrel. You weren't leaving that land, and they weren't staying there, and you just knew it because your mother told you so. That's complete. I just never know what's coming through.